This time I want to talk about using smooth slope to set your grades on your railroad. Now, I've said in the past, I'm not an expert at AnyRail. I'm somebody who's just played around with it quite a bit. And I got to admit that smooth slope was my nemesis for a long time. I just could not make it work. Sometimes it would work fine. Sometimes it wouldn't work at all. So I paid a visit to the friendly AnyRail forums and did a search for smooth slope and came up with a solution for all my problems. Well, not all my problems, just the problems I'm having with AnyRail. So let's open up AnyRail. And here's our track plan that we've been using, except I changed it from being sectional track to flex track just because it's easier to work with for doing the smooth slope demonstration. Now, if you didn't see the last video, I just wanted to show you this really fast. You have to come up here to show, and we want to turn on slope percentages, and that will put the percentage of the grade in here. And we want to turn on height. And when you turn on height, these are the connections between your pieces of track. When I turn on height, watch what happens to them. They go away. Now it's telling you the track height at each junction. If you want to get to your connection point, you just hover over it, and then you can right-click and do whatever you want to the connection point as normal. Okay, there are a few rules for smooth slope, and I'm going to just show them to you real fast. Here's the manual. It says sometimes it's useful to create a slope between 2 points where AnyRail calculates a linear descent percentage. This is called a smooth slope. There are a few restrictions when creating a slope from point A to point B. All the track on the slope should be connected. Okay, that's pretty much a no-brainer. There should be only one path from A to B, your starting point to your ending point. And as they show down here, here's point A, and here's point B. The path may go through turnouts and crossings, but the path may not split to a third point. So as they show here, it's not splitting off of this diverging point. Point A and B must be on a regular straight or curve, not a turnout or a crossing. I found that may or may not be true. I've got it to work starting on a turnout. And this is my favorite one. This feature works best when A and B have a different height. That kind of goes without saying, because why would you want to create a slope that begins and ends at the same elevation? But we're not going to go there. So anyway, that's the instructions for smooth slope. So let's say we want to add a smooth slope from here to here. So let's come up here and we are going to click on our switch. We're going to set it for 2 inches just because we like the number 2. Now, I'm going to select this, and I'm going to select it on the track that I'm putting my smooth slope on. If I wanted my smooth slope going out here, I would click here. If I want it here, I'm going to click here. So I'm going to click. Now I'm going to hold down the shift key, and I'm going to go to the other end of my slope. And I'm going to select that. It selects that whole section, and it pops up here, and it says smooth slope. And if you did something wrong, that little bar there will be gray, but right now it's blue. So I'm going to hit it. There it is. I've got a 3.5% grade coming all the way up here, and it ended my slope here at 2. Now, if I want to add the slope out here, I don't want to select the switch. I want to select the track. So I'm going to select it, hold down my shift key, hit smooth slope. There's my slope, 2.9% up to here. The endpoints of the switch match, and all is right with the world. Let's undo that. Now, if I wanted this to end at 2 inches here, I could set this height and then just select here. Select my piece of track, do shift, hit smooth slope. Now it's going to end here, and I can set this guy at 2 inches. So now it's 2 inches all the way around on all the connection points. Let's back up again. And just to show you on how that works on which track the diverging or the straight on the turnout. Let's just do it again. 2 inches. Okay, if I select here on the turnout and then I go over to here, hold down the shift, I've got smooth slope. If I select here, hold down the shift key, come here, see, doesn't complete it, and I don't get smooth slope. But I select there, shift key, I've got my smooth slope. So let's put in the slope. Let's come over here now and let's do a smooth slope on this guy. We'll hold down the shift key. Okay, so now we have our grade coming up over here. So let's say that this piece of track here is the summit of our grade. So let's set him to 2 inches. Now we could just set these pieces to 2 inches, or we can do this. We can come over here, we can select that. Select that. You'll see we have smooth slope. And it's just a quick way to do it. It just made everything here 2 inches. Now we want to go back down the hill. So we're going to click on this guy, hold down our shift key, click on this guy. It's highlighted the section, hit smooth slope. And we have a 1.9% constant grade all the way around. Just to be complete, there's one other method of using smooth slope that I saw on the forum, and I'm going to demonstrate it here. And it uses sections. And we haven't talked about creating sections, but you can create a section very easy by just clicking on the track you want, coming up here and say create section. Now I have a section, and it automatically puts in the isolators on each end. And it gives it a color, and I really don't like that color. So I want to redo it. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to say select section. It's now selected the whole thing. And I'm going to give it a light green. And let's make this a section. And if I don't click out here, I can come back up and I can change the color without having to do the select section. And let's give that an orange color. And then let's select this out here. And we're going to create a section. And I'm going to make that light lavender. There we go. And I can give this a name if I want, but I'm not going to go that far. So anyway, you'll notice it put in the isolators here on all of our sections. Now, if I want to create a section, I can come up here. I can click on this. I can come up here and say select section. It highlights everything in that section. I can give it a height. 2 inches again. All right. Now I can come over here, say select section, and you'll see it gives me a smooth slope. I can click on it. There's my slope. I can do the same thing here. Select any of the pieces, come up here, select section, hit smooth slope. There it is coming up to the switch. Now I can also come up here and I can select this guy, select section, select section, and it doesn't work, as you'll see. For some reason, you can't select sections that way. I can come over here, select that, select section, it turns it off. Apparently, if I want to run through sections, I have to do the select with the shift. So I can come over here, I can select this. I can come over here and select this, holding down shift. Highlights this whole area here, both sections. Come up here, smooth slope. There's my smooth slope coming all the way up. And since I selected this piece of track, my 2 inches is going to be here, not here. You'll notice it's 1.5 inches. I could also come up here, select this, hold down Shift. I've got my smooth slope. And since it included this in my slope, there's my 2 inches. Move from here to here. So that's another way to do it. So, you know, when you work with sections, you can set up your section. So if I want to get this one up to here, I just highlight a piece of it, come up here, say select section, come up to smooth slope, and there it is. And it brings it up right up to 1 3/4 inches. So that's another way of doing smooth slope by using sections. So I hope that made some kind of sense. Actually, I had a lot of trouble with smooth slope until I went to the forum and looked it up. And there's a lot of good information on the forum. So if I've confused you or you're confused by looking at the instructions, which don't seem to be all that complete, I recommend going to the forum and doing a search there. And it looks like you're probably going to find your answer. So anyway, as usual, questions, comments, leave them down below. I will try to answer them, and if you have a good tip that should be included, I'll include it in the video. So I think in the next video, we're finally going to get to what I promised in the first one, and that is starting to lay out your room so you can build your railroad. So in the next one, we're going to use XY coordinates and lay out our room dimensions and put in things like closets and everything else we need to know about so that you can be sure that your railroad is going to fit. So we'll see you then.